everyone. So today I will be talking about my tech demo number 4. My name is Kelsey Summers. Sorry. Okay. So for the case study overview, this case study was about Miss Jones. She is a 4th grade geography teacher. She and her classroom live in Illinois. She's working on creating a project for students that recognizes the population patterns in Illinois, the state that they reside in. Students must work in groups to read articles about changes in population and demographics around Illinois. Then students will find reasons for movement and describe the current movements of jobs, people, and goods. Before announcing this project, she has done 2 assessments of the students to see their knowledge on the topic. So when she did those assessments, some students were low readiness students, which means that they didn't really understand the topic or the terms about the lesson, which means they aren't really up to the grade level for vocab. And then there were also high readiness students, so they really excelled in the common knowledge about it. But there were some students that were in the mix between those two. Ms. Jones needs to find an online tool that helps both low and high readiness students achieve their homework goals and learning. Okay, so for Ms. Jones, her goals and challenges are listed below. She needs help differentiating the project to fit each student's readiness. Students need to work in groups as much as possible. She needs all students to finish their project at the same time and day, with no extensions given. The extensions given would be for low readiness students and students with disabilities, but unfortunately she does not have the time to give them that extension. She also has no class aid to help students who are struggling with lessons and terms. So unfortunately, for that, she will need something that also can give her their progress information, and if they're struggling or not, to get the red flags. When in groups, students who are high readiness are bored, and then low readiness students are always left out of the groups. So that's also a really big issue. And that's important for this project because it's a group. And then some students are both high and low readiness, so there's a mix in between those two. So the technology tool that I had chosen after reading the background knowledge and the case study was Seesaw. So this is the Seesaw logo. Seesaw is a platform for teaching students online and assessing their work through many opportunities and tools. Teachers and parents can monitor students' progress and keep up on their learning process. Okay, and then here are 2 pictures. They're just web screen captures that I had off my laptop. So this is the student and teacher point of view when you get onto the Seesaw website. So the first tab would be I am a teacher. The teacher will click on this link and then she will create an account with her email, name, and register her school zip code. And then a student, you go through this tab, and then you enter your name, your school email, and then the teacher will have an access code to give you to get into that classroom. And then lastly, I'm a family member would be for the families who want to see their students' progress. They get their information by the teacher. And then this is the home screen as soon as you log in, whether you are teacher, student, or a family member. This is set up as the teacher though. It'll show your name, the teacher in the class, And then add would be add activity. It just goes straight to that. Um, and then you can change your class colors through um, different courses that you have. So you might have green for science or red for math, that kind of thing. And then it shows the journal, activities, chat, and then the progress, which I will be showing you in a second. Let me escape this. Here is that home screen again. You'll just log in or sign up for free. It takes you to the same little screenshot that I showed you. So it can have you have you sign up through the login page as well. Okay, and then I am already signed in, but is here is where Miss Jones's name would be. And then you can create a new class or you can have the class that you already selected. And then And then through here, you can also select your school. So for this, you just find your school via zip code. This video will always stay on the home page. And then you can click on this little link right here, and it'll take you to your calendar to view all of your work that has to be done for your classroom. And then you can add something right there. For activities, here is the example that I have made. So for this, it's the population research. You can change the instructions around. You can also add icons that can just cheer up the students. And then you can also insert a voice recording of your instructions for students who have learning disabilities or reading issues. You can also add examples, but unfortunately you have to do that through the app and not the website itself. So there's a disadvantage to that as well. And then you can see who has responded and the drafts of that. And then once you get out of here, you can go to the inbox. Unfortunately, students and teachers can't chat, but you can see where you announce something to your students. And then you can get a tutorial right there as well. And then progress, unfortunately, you cannot access the progress portfolio, through Seesaw unless you have a subscription, which is $120 per year per teacher. So that's also a disadvantage, unfortunately, for many teachers. But there are discounts that you can get, so you have to really just look into that. I think that's all for that. And then my last slide is how will Seesaw change Mrs. Jones's teaching? So for advantages, students are able to express their thoughts in many communicative ways. Through Seesaw, you can use answers, you can answer through images, video recordings, voice chats, or you can also take pictures of drawings that you make. You can make drawings on there as well, and many other cool features. There are multimodal instructions for every student's needs. This is also what I had just discussed about recording your voice for instructions or making little icons or picture examples, which is also really great. The progress portfolio to check students' work, issues, and developing stages throughout a lesson is a really useful tool if you do pay for the subscription, which is a disadvantage for $120 because not all teachers can afford to pay for that as well as other classroom expenses. Okay. Families up to 10 people per student are able to get on the app that is linked to them and watch students grow academically and socially through that. It helps financially and environmentally because it cuts paper and ink costs for classrooms, and that can be used towards, say, the premium access for the $120. And then you can also choose which students get differentiated learning by using the class roster that I had showed through the announcements page. and you can check mark their names for the differentiated option. And then the disadvantages again was the premium cost of $120. Um, Reading reviews from the Seesaw website, I had noticed that the app, according to a lot of people, wasn't organized like the website, and a lot of parents lose their students' information. So they really just don't know where to go, and there's no tutorial for them. At the beginning of creating a lesson, as I had said before also, you cannot add content or images on the website. You have to download the app to do it, which is really just a time-consuming process. So yeah, that is all. Thank you.